What's up guys, my name's Dan and welcome to The Vault. Today I'll be reviewing Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge. Though I much prefer the Dead Man Tell No Tales subtitle, I think it's much catchier. Anyway, starring Johnny Depp, Javier Bardem and newcomers Brendan Thwaites and Kaya Skoladar. I'm definitely not going to get that right. So as I like to call her, the poor man's Kirsten Stewart. This fifth instalment tells the story of a Spanish sea captain who has been wronged by Jack Sparrow and seeks his revenge. This fifth film starts off as you'd expect, with pure chaos and craziness. We are treated to the worst thought out bank robbery within the first 20 minutes of the film. It's just really cool to be able to sit back and be welcomed back to this universe in such an explosive way. Jack Sparrow returns as he only can with the funniest and grandest of entrances. There's not much more I can say about this character. I just love how every time we meet him, he is down on his luck and inebriated on rum, but somehow always manages to get back on top with the same dumb luck and smarts. I just really love that underdog element to him. All of the cast are enjoyable, but it is Depp and Javier Bardem who are the main strengths. Bardem's Salazar is truly terrifying, literally spitting black death. Even hobbling around using his sword as a crutch doesn't take away from how menacing he is. There are some fresh faces. Brendan Thwaites and Kaya Skolario, I'm definitely getting that wrong, are younger and more vibrant replacements for Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley. It was also a pleasure to see Stephen Graham in the film, who is one of my favourite British actors. I did not think they could improve on these films in terms of CGI and special effects, but they knocked it out of the park. You barely even notice the CGI when it comes to the horrifying look of Salazar and his crew, or an island where there are precious gems embedded in the rocks so as to match the night sky. It's truly beautiful. The camera angles and shots that are used are also refreshing, whether it's a wide overhead shot of running redcoats, Salazar and his crew moving across the water in a Jesus-like fashion, or the sea parting to reveal a beautiful ocean floor. These, coupled with the CGI, just made for a really beautiful and nice viewing experience. A lot of the strengths are the same as the previous films, including the set pieces and set designs. Again, each individual ship is luxurious, especially Barbossa's, but it is Salazar's cursed ship, almost an empty husk, that's truly a sight to behold. The soundtrack is as fun and familiar as ever. The story, being an albeit simple one, is still entertaining. It allows us to fall back in with these characters and not have to think too much. My only criticisms with this film are that it is insanely cheesy, much more so than the previous ones in the franchise. The expositional dialogue is rather forced. As an audience, we don't need to be spoon-fed the plot. I think the script as a whole is probably the weakest point of the film. The comedy in this one also didn't quite pack the punch of the first two films. This one for me just lacked the humour and charm that was so prevalent in the first instalments. There are also a few gaping plot holes, but I think that's to be expected in a big blockbuster film like this. All in all, this is a very entertaining film, but not one as exciting as the others. However, it is a great way to cap off the franchise, for now at least. It also teaches us that if you are a redcoat for the British Army and you are dealing with pirates, then you're going to have a bad time. So it's probably just much easier to become a pirate. Simple. Anyway guys, let's see if Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge belongs in the vault. What's up everybody? We're back at the blackboard to see if Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge deserves a place in the vault. Let's just jump right into it. Question number one, was the film entertaining? Was I bored at any point whilst watching? I have to say I wasn't bored whilst watching this film. This film isn't anything amazing. It's nothing great, but it is still entertaining to watch, and I personally wasn't bored whilst watching it, so I don't think you guys will be bored either. So for that, I'm going to give it a tick. Question number 2: how was the direction, music, etc.? Did it make the viewing experience any better? As I already said, I love Johnny Depp. He just makes any Pirates film that he's in better because of the character of Jack Sparrow. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a tick. But also the music as well in this film, I find again is still familiar. Still a great soundtrack for this franchise and for these films. So and the action sequences in this film are fun and just really those kind of action sequences you can sit back and just kind of escape and just enjoy. So big old tick for that one there. Question number 3: did the film elicit an emotional response that I empathise with the characters? Unfortunately, no. This isn't one of those films where it's going to kind of tug on your heartstrings, going to get an emotional response from you. It is what it is. It's a big blockbuster film. It's meant to fill seats, but for me, there was no kind of emotional revelation for me, no kind of emotional brevity for me. So for that, I'm going to give it a cross. Question number 4: would I pay to watch this film? I probably would not pay to watch this film. As I already said, the first 2 for me were the better films. The ones that came after that were entertaining, but they weren't as great or solid as the first 2 films. I probably, in hindsight, would not have paid to go watch this film in the cinema. This would definitely be a film that I would have streamed online or paid to watch online, as it would be much cheaper than going to the cinema. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a cross. Question number 5: would I suggest this film to my friends and you lovely subscribers? I would. I mean, if you enjoyed the previous films, then I would say definitely go and watch this 5th instalment. It's fun. It's just a lot more of what the previous films were. So if you enjoyed those, then you're probably going to enjoy this. So I would probably suggest that you watch it. I've also got family members that enjoy this franchise, and I know a lot of people who really love the character of Jack Sparrow, so that'll be a massive draw for them. So I'd probably say to go and watch this film. So for that, I'm going to give it a tick. So there we have it. Pirates of the Caribbean: Salazar's Revenge will be going into the vault. And as always, guys, if you like what I do here, you like what you see, please like and subscribe down below. Also as well, guys, if you have already seen this film, and let me know what you thought down in the comments below, whether you enjoyed it, whether you didn't enjoy it, whether you agreed with this review or not. As always, I want to make this channel a conversation, a passionate conversation. And until the next video, peace and love, my dudes.